All right, here we are for game one. We're gonna go ahead and play first. And this is a pretty good draw. You know, we have our appropriate mana, and we have, or a little slow, but we have some of our powerful cards. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. We obviously have some draw, you know, a lot of cheap creatures we could potentially draw to make this good. And if we draw, you know, one of our artifacts, Mongrel's really powerful, and Giant is just really powerful. Alright, so our opponent kept, and we will say go with a mountain. Dun dun dun. Alright, and oh, Generator Servant, that's pretty nice. That actually could potentially enable a turn 3 Nightfire Giant if we so choose. I am tempted, I have to say, I'm tempted, but the Nightfire Giant could get Pillar of Lighted, which would be fairly disastrous, and we still have value from our Generator Servant just attacking here, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. If our opponent had played, oh, no, Raise the Alarm! Oh god, I should have thought about Raise the Alarm more, and now I got totally punished. Here I'm like, well, I can still attack with Generator Servant, and then my, you know, I don't get wrecked by... you know, my fire doesn't get wrecked, and then I just got wrecked by attacking with Generator Servant. Boo! Alright. Dauntless River Marshal. Ooh, now I really want... I really hope I draw just, oh god. He turned on his River Marshal, too. I really want to draw, what's it? Citadel next turn. I did not draw Citadel. Alright, well, he's tapping my Mongrel, and I'm just going to play Nightfire Giant because it is a brutal monster. And hopefully I can just kill his River Marshal with Nightfire Giant. Because it is not a reasonable card. Alright, well, I'm certainly not blocking. I don't want to get, you know, even like +1/+1 is terrible for me, so. Probably just knows you can get the free damage. Any kind of trick. Nimbus, okay. Alright, so I can play a Scrapyard Mongrel. If I want, I can play Scrapyard Mongrel, suit it up, make this unable to block, and hit him for a ton of damage. Which I think I'm going to do. My other option is just attack with both and kill River Marshal. Or, I mean, I can still just Hammerhand this guy if I want. But he can, if I just kill this and attack with both, he can potentially just double block the Nightfire Giant. And then I basically trade it with this, which doesn't seem very appealing. So there's not that many things you can have. I mean, if he had the ability to kill Nightfire Giant, it feels like he would do. Actually, I guess I could just attack with both, and then he can't possibly double block. Control Z, because I could just kill his soldier. He could block this on there. So if I don't play Mongrel into Hammerhand, I still have that option. So I think I'm gonna do that. So this way, yeah, if he double blocks, then I can kill his soldier and just freebie kill his guy. All right, now I'm just gonna kill River Marshal. This saves the possible Mongrel plus Hammerhand for, you know, a big blocker he plays as well, which is kind of nice. Path Mage, okay. It hits me for 4. All right, so I'm just gonna do this turn, because this actually puts him into lethal range by Nightfire Giant alone. Feels like a peel here. It's actually fairly bad for me, but. He actually is dead if he has nothing. Because I have exactly, oh, no, it's going to be another raise perhaps? Or is it peel? Peel, okay. All right, well, we still hit him for 8, which lethals him with Covenant. I'm surprised he, I mean, I guess peeling a response doesn't really matter there. It can inform my attacks, but. Whoa, all right. Void Snare my guy, okay. Covenant you. And we win. All right, so sideboarding wise, didn't really see too much I want to change. He had reasonable creatures on the ground, which makes Typhoid Rat still okay. Hammerhand was pretty great there, actually. His deck is actually like relatively, relatively aggressive, and the way he was playing it was fairly aggressive too. You know, he was actually trying to race me, which, you know, leads me to have more desire to actually have a lot of the early game cards in my deck, even if his deck were, you know, constructed in a controlling fashion. So I'm just gonna go ahead and submit, and we're going to give this a shot. All right. All right, this hand is a little slow. No cheap creatures again, but we do have Cone of Flame. So if we draw any cheap creatures, we have Inferno Fist to play on them. And there's a creature. It can't actually cast it yet, but we have a lot of 2s. There's one of them. As if on cue. He's got the Merc Lurker in his deck. I imagine, given that he basically looked blue-white and had a swamp. Just gonna say go. Probably should have played my mountain, but I could hammer hand this guy and make that guy unable to block or something. But that seems pretty bad. You know, I basically get to hit him for 3. Well, actually, looking at I'm gonna look at just like mana expenditure over the next few turns. If I hammerhand this guy, make barrier unable to block and attack him, then you know he can still like just double block him in a future turn. Though it basically just does 3 damage, which isn't very impressive. So I'm just gonna say go. I'll take my 1. Research Assistant, okay. All right, well, I'm gonna play this guy. Prepare for beatdowns. Another barrier, jeez. Guys on mono barrier control. All right. Well, if I play like, if I hammerhand my Kirkesh, make like a 1/3 unable to block, and he blocks with everything, he still kills it. So I kind of just want to play like Typhoid Rat and Slyblade. But if he does like block with everything, I guess, I mean, I get to kill what? I only get to kill like 2 squids. That's not even very good. I guess if I wait, if I play like Slyblade, Typhoid Rat, wait, draw a land, I can Cone of Flame. Cone of Flame's not even particularly good against this board because it just has a bunch of, you know, tokens that he's created. I think I'm just going to play creature. All right. So now, if I want to if I Cone of Flame, I can Cone of Flame like these 3, which is again not very impressive. I can play Thundering Giant attack. I can just attack with this, and he has to block with 3 things in order to kill it. And I get to kill 2 of them. I can Hammerhand this and attack, which means he needs to block with 4 things. It's kind of appealing. It basically just means I'm doing 3 damage. He's not going to block it, or maybe he chumps it, or maybe he blocks it with, you know, 2 things and forces me to use mana. If I play Thundering Giant and attack, he can just block, you know, Midnight Guard this on these, and then block the like 3 other things in the other one, and I barely do any damage, and I lose 2, you know, sizable guys. I can just play Thundering Giant and say go, which may be my best plan. Thundering Giant, say go, and just plan to hopefully Cone of Flame away some stuff. Maybe I just attack with Slyblade first. I think I attack with Slyblade first, because if he does like triple block, then it's totally worth wiping out some guys. So I get 2 damage with Slyblade here. I'm gonna play Thundering Giant. I could play Inferno Fist on Slyblade, which makes it much more dangerous, but I can wait until I have another land to do that, and just do that before I attack too. The Carrion Crow. It's also pretty sweet. I don't really want to attack into open mana because my guy loses hexproof. So I think I just want to cast Carrion Crow and say go. I could actually Inferno Fist this guy now, but again, using his ability will make him vulnerable to something like Peel from Reality, which is not something I want to run into. So I don't think I want to attack. I think I just want to say go. He's not making any progress hitting me, and I am sitting here with Cone of Flame in my hand still. So Wall of Frost. Oh god, that's really annoying. All right, so now we can cast Hammerhand and Cone of Flame if we want. So like Hammerhand is Wall of Frost, Cone of Flame, 2 tokens and Midnight Guard, and then attack with. I guess we Hammerhand our one of our 4/3s. We can attack with everything. What happens? I guess we wouldn't do a 4/3. We'd do like Sly Blade. We'd Hammerhand Sly Blade. So he would have 3 1/3s, and I'm attacking him with 2 4/3s, a 3/2. So he could double block there potentially. He would take, if he double blocked and like blocked here, if he double blocked Sly Blade, or if he couldn't triple block any of these guys, so he'd take at least 10. That actually seems pretty attractive. We still have Inferno Fist left. We could also just Inferno Fist our Carrying Crow and hit him for 4, which is fairly straightforward and doesn't involve spewing off all of our stuff. This game's kind of a mess. So yeah, if we Cone of Flame away those 3 Hammerhand something, probably Sly Blade, then we leave him with 3 1/3 blockers. Say if we attack with everything, then he is likely to block Torch Fiend and then potentially double block Sly Blade. He would take 9, 10, 11 damage, be at 7. And then the next turn, he would have this guy be dead, and he'd have 2 1/3s, a Wall of Frost, and whatever else. And then we would have Inferno Fist, 2 4/3s. That isn't even particularly good. What if we played Hammerhand on a 4/3 and attack with everything? He just blocks. It's also not even particularly good. So I think I just want to Inferno Fist my Carrying Crow and attack him. And I guess they go. I guess I could have attacked with Sly Blade too. I probably should have attacked with Sly Blade too at that point. Yeah, because then you have to triple block in order to have anything happen. Yeah, I should have attacked with Sly Blade as well. I was looking at my mana that I had the 5 in play and didn't think of the 4 I had left up for that. So probably should have made that attack as well. Void Snare. What a jerk. I will shoot a squid, I guess. I just want to shoot him because I plan on Cone of Flaming his guys. Yeah, I'm just going to shoot you. Take 2. Because unless he plays like a 2 toughness guy, those are my only Cone of Flame targets. No, there's a 2 toughness guy. So, what's it look like now? If I Hammerhand something and attack again. So I kill this, this, and this. So he has 3 1/3s and a 1/1. Attack with everything. He can block. If he like double blocks here, blocks here, he takes 9, goes to 3. It also helps with just Cone of Flaming him. If he doesn't, if he just it seems pretty good. He can jump block, he's at 7, and he can like block, kills one of them, takes 3, 4, 8, and has a 1/3 and a Wall of Frost left, and I still have Carrying Crow in my hand. I think this seems pretty good. All right. 3, 2, 1. Wait. Cancel. Let's do it the correct way. It should tell me do 1 damage to a target and not choose first target. All right, Hammerhand, you. Target that. Attack you with everything. So yeah, I can hit him for 8, and if he double blocks here, I kill this. So I'm left with 2 4/3s. Yeah, I'm left with 2 4/3s against a Wall of Frost. So she not that good, but he's at 4. And I still have Carrion Crow in my hand. Plus Covenant in my deck. Alright, or this. This is better for me. Kill those guys, and then I still have this guy around. I like that. I like that a lot better. Both of these are around yet. He's gonna rearrange. All right, that works too. So I do 5 to him. This guy dies. Oh, he keeps a squid. That's kind of annoying. All right. Okay. I could play Child of Night. Attacking here. What does attacking here do? I don't think I want to attack. If I attack, he has like a raise the alarm. He can trade raise the alarm. Yeah, I know he has raise the alarm in his deck. I'm not attacking. I'm just saying go. You saw raise the alarm in game 1. Maybe that attack wasn't that good. I mean, he basically found the block that was best for him. It seemed like, left him at a reasonable life total. It's funny, like if I had killed his 1/1 rather than shooting him for 2, it was literally like if he played a 2 toughness guy and then he did, that made me want to have actually hit him. Right, he didn't play raise the alarm. What's he got here? 4 mana. Razorfoot Griffin. All right, that's not something I wanted to see. So if I attack with both of these, what happens? He can block 1 and then either trade, or if he has like ephemeral shields, that ends up being bad. He can chump. I think I just want to attack with both my 4/3s. I'm happy trading one of them for Razorfoot Griffin at this point. I'm happy if one of them hits him. Just putting him to 3. Putting him to 3 is very valuable. Oh, he's got... Oh, is this... Devouring Light. Okay. Alright. So maybe I should have just been attacking this with the Carrion Crow and not tried to get busy with Cone of Flame there. May have been a little overzealous. This is one thing that I occasionally do. Get a little overzealous. Just have so many guys that are fairly mediocre against his board. Peel. No. More guys, more guys. Well, another guy who's terrible against his squids. Alright. Well, I'm going to cast it. And we milled our Covenant of Blood, which is really unfortunate. Oh no, River Marshal. Oh no! I want you back, Cone of Flame. I used you to... I spewed you off of nonsense. Yeah. That's definitely something that I, in particular when I'm just playing on Magic Online, will often find myself doing, is being a little overzealous with my use of removal to try and get some damage in. I was like, oh, I can... And now I'm just flooding out anyway, but if I still had Cone of Flame, I would be actually in a pretty reasonable spot here. You know, if I just played Carrion Crow, just kept attacking with Carrion Crow, you know, waited until I could use Cone of Flame to, you know, potentially wipe out some guys. But now, you know, I used my removal on what? A Midnight Guard, an Amphin Pass Mage, and a Squid. And he is clawing back into the game as a result. I could really stand to draw Nightfire Giant. I could play and activated him in the same turn. Hey, Nightfire Giant. Don't have a dissolve. I probably should have attacked, declare my attack first, but we did see a Masked Calcify in the draft, so I clearly need to kill his white creatures first. Not that his white creatures aren't his best creatures already, but the question is which of them I actually kill, like actually first. Alright, tapping Crow. Don't attack with my, now that I have a giant. Doesn't look like it still. Everything either trades with the Squid or runs into Wall of Frost, so. I want to kill Razorfoot Griffin now in case he has like Sanctified Charge, I think. I think I want it to be Razorfoot Griffin that I kill rather than River Marshal, because Razorfoot Griffin can actually kill me, and I can, you know, just tie up his mana on River Marshal for a while. Though as the game goes longer, River Marshal gets more and more powerful. You can just continue tapping multiple things, but I think I want to try and kill that. All right. What is this? Encrust. Okay. All right. Well, I got my one shot with it. Hopefully it was the right one. Well, I drew a second Carrion Crow. Alright, so what happens if I attack with everything? Then he can block, like say he blocks this here, this chumps this. Yeah, nothing good happens. But now you have a second Carrion Crow. And you can tap them both down for now. Uh-oh, he's casting something though. 6 mana, that's a lot of mana. Don't be Soul of Theros. Oh, Kite Fins. Okay, well. The poor giant getting tapped down before he gets to even make him chump. Alright. Hot Soup. That would be better if he didn't have Marshall in play. I should have thought about Hot Soup. The fact that it gave me a potentially evasive creature. Alright, well, let's put on our giant. And we get to hit him for 4 once. Boom. And say go. Now I wish I killed the griffin. What is my removal that's left? I do have an Accursed Spirit, which would be very good to draw. But he does still have that River Marshal, which maybe I should have killed. Oppressive Raise. Okay. That is not a very good card right now. Generator Servant. It's also not very good, but so he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possible attackers. Not enough. Okay. Okay. Play out a Generator Servant. No attacks. Say go. I think I have a Lightning Strike in my deck that can just kill him. Did I end up with a Lightning Strike? Can't remember if that was drafted earlier today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did get to attack with everything. Something gets through for 1 damage. That's not quite good enough. Whoa, uh-oh, he's attacking me. Does not bode well. What's happening here? Does he have like triplicate spears or something? What? What's going on? All right. This is suspicious. What could this be? Some sort of untap effect? Peel? I don't know what I'm attacking. I will attempt to attack you for lethal. Polymorphous Chest. Oh, gross. Gross. I did see that in the draft too. I should have thought about that. And yeah, you can just trade for them. Or not even trade, just block them, kill them. Alright, alright. Well. I'm going to move this onto him. Still haven't seen what his black is for. I guess I could have just attacked with one of the guys, but then maybe I don't lose both of them. If I think about Polymorph's Jest there, I mean, he's clearly has something, but well, I drew something too. Nimbus, okay, it's a good draw. It's a good draw. Attacks me, okay. All right, well, he's gonna have to block this. All right, so if I attack this, he has to block it. I can attack with Child of Night, which is going to buy me another turn, possibly. Though he can actually just kill me on the attack back, can't he? He can tap my guys. Yeah, he has what, 4? He can just attack, like tap 2 guys and attack me with. Well, he actually barely has any creatures. So I think I do want to attack with Child of Night, though. Attacking with Thundering Giant doesn't do anything. Attack with Child of Night. I only have 6 minutes left on my clock. Alright, well, we're going to trade here. Attempt to trade here. Well, attempt to kill him, but... yeah, maybe I should attack with Child of Night. Because then I'm not just dead to... But if he just tap... He can't tap 3 things? Yeah. I should attack with Child of Night. Mongrel. Sadly, you don't have haste. Or you can get haste, but you can tap him. I wish I'd done this last turn. It would have killed him. Actually, no, it wouldn't have. Alright. Alright, 2 life. Another turn to draw a burn spell or something. Well, the River Marshal, I wonder if the Razorfoot Griffin would have killed me in this time period, but the River Marshal is certainly getting me. And I think I actually am dead here, though. I'm just going to tap down my stuff. Yeah, I think I may have won this game if I killed River Marshal. I may have won this game if I saved Cone of Flame. Could have played this game a lot better, I think. Overall, let's say. Maybe with Polymorph's Jest, maybe if, I only attack with 1 guy, but then he doesn't necessarily have to cast Jest. Jest is still going to get me at some point. But yeah, I think that ultimately the biggest sort of flaw there was just that Cone of Flame. That Cone of Flame was just fairly bad. I was just getting like, I get to kill a bunch of things with Cone of Flame and attack, and ultimately this wasn't terribly profitable attack. And use one of my best cards. Block him. Die. Alright. Well, now we have a lot more information about what's in his deck. I don't think I'm going to sideboard. I think maybe actually just I'm going to take out Typhoid Rat. Typhoid Rat's pretty bad, given what we saw out of his deck there. Kind of bring in like Rummaging Goblin. Those games were fairly slow, and he's a bunch of 1/3s, which are actually just really good against all my 2/1s. And having the ability to sort of dig through them seems pretty good. Maybe just another Thundering Giant actually over something. Maybe the Rummaging Goblin isn't good. Maybe it's good. Yeah, we didn't really have anybody win that game. This deck didn't have the Lightning Strike, and I had milled my Covenant of Blood. So we were drawing pretty slim there at the end. But I think Thundering Giant does seem pretty good against him. He is like, just a bunch of 1/3s. These guys seem pretty bad. I'm gonna take out Torch Fiend. I think he's the worst of my 2/1s. Let's go with this. We don't have very much time on this either. We only have 5 minutes to play this match, the rest of this match, which is this game. But all right, we'll play first. I will keep. This hand is quite good. I have enough Scrapyard Mongrel Bronze Sable. Gotta make sure I don't waste any time here. The Sable of Bronze. The mighty F8 key. Saving my time. Ooh, oh god, the Darksteel Citadel. I am not going to attack into his possible Raise the Alarm. Not gonna get me again. There it is. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, I should have played Darksteel Citadel in case I draw Hammer Hand next turn. My idea was that I wanted to disguise my possible Scrapyard Mongrel if he was able to kill Bronze Sable, but that was actually just a mistake. Because I can draw Hammer Hand. Actually, doesn't. Never mind. I can still cast it. I still have double red. For some reason, I was thinking I was not going to have the appropriate mana. So no, not a mistake. I'm incredibly clever. So I'm just going to attack with these. My 2/1s are so bad against him. All right. I think that's what I want to do. Don't want to like kill the 1/1 for whatever reason. I guess we'll kill the Island Walker just in case. Leave him a Darksteel Citadel untapped, bluffing nothing. That's what happens when you have 4 minutes to play. Something. Mongrel you. I wish I had a first strike thing. My poor Mongrels down. They did trade with quite a lot. I'm gonna get Polymorphous Jests here. Guess I'm okay with that. What else could happen to me that's terrible? This way, he can either kill my Bronze Sable, and my Bronze Sable I don't care about that much anymore because his deck has a bunch of things that deal with it. All right. I really don't want to get mouse calcified, which I did see in the draft as well, but I also don't want to just lose to random stuff eventually. Don't mouse calcify me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh god, you're doing it. Should have just not played the Accursed Spirit. Didn't really need it. Literally said don't want to lose to mouse calcify, and then played into it because I had 3 minutes left on my clock. And Accursed Spirit would probably still be enough to... Oh god, that's exactly what we thought we had a swamp for. Oh god, we are dying. We are dying very badly. Yeah, I shouldn't have played that Accursed Spirit. I literally, as I was playing, it was like, I don't want to lose to Mass Calcify, but basically I have no time on my clock, so, and now we have no spells, and we would be killing him with that Accursed Spirit. Oh god, maybe not. He has another 7 mana spell. What is this? Return from the ranks or something? What in the world? Oh, Seraph of the Masses. Still killing him with a Accursed Spirit. He'd be at 4. And we're dead. And we shouldn't have played Accursed Spirit. I even knew, like, it's particularly bad because I like passed that Mass Calcify, and I also passed the Polymorphous Jest, and he has Polymorphous Jest, which makes it likely that he was in a position at the table which I could have paid attention to if I was paying super close attention to the draft, where that Mass Calcify would be. But instead, I am dying an embarrassing death, and yeah. So that sucked. Yeah, I certainly could have played both that game and the previous game quite a bit better, and sort of blew it. That one, the previous one, the big mistake was the Cone of Flame turn. I basically just got sort of ahead of myself in terms of wanting to basically just wanting. My opponent was kind of stalled on land. I was like, oh, I can try and push this advantage, but I should have saved it and played for a longer game, just tried to get some more value out of it, because I just spewed off one of my best cards and ended up losing to things it killed. And then that game, literally as I said it, I was like, yeah, I shouldn't play this because he's going to Mass Calcify me, and then he Mass Calcified me, and that was bad. So unfortunate that things turned out that way. My own fault though, and it's always I always frankly like when I come away from games. I mean, I don't like it because I don't like making mistakes, but I think that when you come away from games and you're like, okay, I could have done this differently. I could have done this differently. And when you're playing and recording on Magic Online, a lot of times you are sort of, it takes more time, and that was one of the reasons that I think that I was low on time, is because I'm sitting there trying to walk through everything out loud, which leaves me in a position where I have to play faster than I would like, and end up making mistakes that I hopefully wouldn't make otherwise. But I hope that was at least entertaining, and maybe you learned something too. I learned that got to slow down a little bit, and even when you have 3 minutes left, you probably want to try and play around the stuff that's quite possibly in your opponent's deck that you saw in the draft. So anyway, that's gonna be it. Unfortunately, we are dead, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.